Okay, Tataru seem to be busy. Hello. Shaken resolve. Tataru seems eager to make up for lost time. Ah, lost time, that's funny. Griffin, gods, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Yeah, I've been resting. By rest if you mean raiding. More than my fill. Not so much as 40 winks, truth be told. Whatever. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. Oh, you mean you mean fucking Estinian, your little helper? We've been exchanging messages with the Yorzen Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Grimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Man, I have to go through that again. I don't even remember what Grimlet Dark is. I know it's the place that we fought the Garleans, but I guess it's a battlefield? I don't know. I don't know what the significance of it is. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. How fucking convenient. Because all of this shit of me going to the first happened in the middle of this big fucking war with the Garleans. And just as I got pulled interdimensionally, they finally decided to stop fighting. So, which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the first. Okay. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamen to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia. It's because, well, oh man, that's gonna be fucking awkward. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Why would you want to go there? Okay, well, I think that's her usual spot, though. Well, she's sort of... there was like this cutscene where she sort of knew what happened to Minfilia, but... I don't want to go and, like, be the one to be the bearer of bad news. Hi, Flamen. Long time no see. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the first. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come rest your feet, Tataru should be arriving shortly. Tell you about this, my magical isekai adventure. Uh-oh. So Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, the girl who Thancred named Rin. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given a choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Then might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the first? Tell Rin what I cannot. Tell her thank you. I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? No. This is girls' night only. Oh. That guy, I nickname him Zell. Real. Oh, it sounds like Neol, but it's real. I hope you're here to tell me you received word from our helper. I know who the helper is already, Totaro. Just say Estinian. I wish, nay. I have not had a peep out of him. And it's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which I'm going to sneak over to the border and see if I can get a signal from him from closer up. Oh, what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I should have no trouble picking my way through Grimlet now that the fighting's died out. Ugh, I can't read today. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling my thumbs. Any road, just thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be. Ack, I nearly forgot. Crowls at the stones and she wants to word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. Well, that doesn't sound... Okay, bye. Just chill out here. You needn't worry about me. Go and see what Carl has to say. Alright, mommy. It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. And the best I can hope for is that nothing's changed, but if she's coming to us to tell us something, then...
You're here. Good.
Voice acting, cool.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
Okay, I don't like that. What's up?
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
What are you saying is their bodies are breaking down now?
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
I'm glad Master Matoya is still relevant.
Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
No rest for the righteous. Yeah, let's say that.
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
It never is it, Kryle?
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
Well, we can only go to the first and fucking shake the answer out of Graha.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Okay, so you want me to kill him? Okay.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the first and apprise him and the others of the situation.
Pray return to the first. There it is. Okay.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Alright, thanks, Kryle. Take care over in the first, Griffin. We're counting on you and the Crystal Exarch to bring our friends home. So I did tell her that it was Grahatia. Don't worry, Master Matoya and I will think of something. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else smarter than Matoya who would be able to know how to deal with this weird shit. Papa Hotep, Lala Hotep. No, that's good. You have business with the Crystal Exarch, just say the word and I would be happy to escort you. Yes. Huh? Well, what time is it? Super Fate. Oh, that was like for 10 minutes ago. Oh well. What's up, my dude? You're not hiding anymore. Griffin, your return. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. What? Ah, it was fine, dude. Just calm down. Their corporeal aether shows signs of its stability by the gods. The possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. It is but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Krell and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Right, I'm telling you guys that your bodies are wasting away. That you might just be spirits here, never to return. I don't even know how that works. Like, couldn't their spirits cross over the rift again? And still sort of have a semi-physical form like they have now? I don't even know how. How do you even master that magic and not know the inner workings of it? And how come he has to die for it to, like, break?
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
No.
Oh,
Oh, good. Good.
what was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
Yeah, kind of hold the yes or no cards.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
I love all of them.
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
What? Are you saying that I have to give everyone a piggyback one by one as I teleport from here back,
Well,
back
it would
and
be
forth?
nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Oh, these are mine. Don't even
Lady
doubt that.
hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend.
Oh, you're mine too. Don't worry
Yet
about
were
it.
we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Oh, so I get to turn all of you into like bracelets and stuff, or dolls?
White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
Massy soul. I've never heard of that word before, but that's kind of...
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
That's a two-step process. You kind of need to study how to get your souls out of there and do that.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Uh-huh.
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves.
Uh-huh.
It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, how absolutely convenient that such a person exists for this specific problem that we have.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
Oh, good one, Alice.
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience.
Oh,
You
we
may still
don't.
be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Well, if they don't take her nicely phrased question, we can just beat the shit out of them and force them to answer. Like we always do. Like we always end up doing. Okay, what are my options here? And Jelly Darka. These are not HQ, so it's not worth it. Sure, someone will be saying, oh god, you're a dumbass, but you know what, I would rather have the money. It is said the kingdom of Voibert was once home to the realm's greatest knights in magic both. To command a place at the royal court, the Nemo whom we seek must needs have been a mage among mages. Hi. A mage of surpassing skill, living a life of seclusion. No, where have I heard that before? One can only hope they are more receptive to unsolicited visitations. I'm sick and tired of the I'm sick and tired of the Exarch's attempts at selfless sacrifice. If he suggests dying one more time, I swear I'm going to grant him his wish. Oh man, good one. Good way to put it. Hello. The Nemo seemed such a welcoming folk in Ilmeg. What do you suppose could have driven this one to a life of seclusion? Yeah, wonder why he's so pissed off. The Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white orosite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Nemo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. In other words, you don't want to be anywhere near the water, so this is my excuse. Agreed, then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Oh, you lucky asshole, Oriyaji. Okay. Now, tell me the truth. You just didn't want to go in the boat. Pray join the others in Sullen. I shall turn my thoughts to the Orosite and apprise Thancred Bryn of our progress. Okay. You're gonna stick to your thing. Alright. Said the palace is on the opposite shore, but I see nothing on the horizon save empty sky. Curious. The Exarch said to prepare for a warm reception at the palace. Let's hope it's more cordial than his last visit. I was relieved to hear the Exarch intended to arrange for a boat to carry us across the lake. Now, not that I would be opposed to swimming, mind you. Come on, man, be practical. You think we're gonna swim this entire expanse? Even if I know how to swim and I don't want to put all that effort. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today will be no different. Which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. Alright, beat the shit out of him, beat the answers out of him. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think bargaining and barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. You know, it usually works, Alisei, believe it or not. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into the creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who would overcome my defenses. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, perhaps we can earn ourselves an audience. Good job, boy. Weapons drawn it is, then. I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all, rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when Griffin is around. Is this a... Oh, is this an implied little cat fight? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume her has been extinguished. It's only natural to be pleased to see her. Wow, everyone just wants a piece of me right now. Damn, Mishtola, what do you gotta say? Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we're finished here. My good health, right. The Grand Cosmos. Okay. You know, I could do this as a monk because I just remembered that you can do this with trust. Yay. Small talk. It's good to be here with you for a change. Whatever you would have me do, you need but say the word. Alright, you hold on to your panties. I'm gonna need you in a sec. I can but imagine what manner of beasts keep guard here. No doubt they will afford us scant opportunity to explore the Palace of Pity. Now, I can't tell if there's only one dungeon added to the MSQ or something else. Because if they did, then everyone did a good job of, like, you know, keeping it on the down low. I think we've done enough talking, don't you? We have an MO to impress. How long has it been since we last went on such an expedition? I cannot help but be reminded of the ruins of Scala. Yes, this is true. Scala was a trip,